Hey Crafty Babes, Andrea here, another flip through of my personal albums. This is volume 3. So we're starting out with, it's not necessarily chronological. I mean, it is like I'm putting things in the end, but if I leave a blank space, then I'll just go back and fill it up later with something, and it might be something that happened, you know, before this actually happened, might end up going after this. So it's kind of just as I go. I'm just filling up the album. And in the beginning of this one, I eventually would like to get another photo that's a 6x8 and throw it on the front. I'm not really doing like opening pages for these because they're just continuous. So for now, this is just how it is. But the first spread is about Blanche. So I found the typewriter of my dreams, and she's gorgeous, and her name is Blanche. So this page was really fun because it's super girly and super vintage. So I used actually some supplies from the Maggie Holmes. One of the, actually I think this is a couple of her lines. One of them is, oh boy, hers are, it's the stuff that comes before Bloom. I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. But anyway, super vintagey stuff, and I love it. And then this card here with the typewriter was made specifically for one of my classes. I have a workshop called My Story, and these were designed by Christy Makes. She designed all the cards, and we actually have a set of cards for every decade. So flipping through just some of my stash, I ran across some duplicates of some of the class materials and knew this one was perfect. So I just put this card inside the typewriter and typed "My name is Blanche." And I typed a couple other things here. "Hello, darling, you are just my type." So this was super fun. So this is a layout I did for Gossamer Blue. One of the months we did a retro redo, and we looked back at any of the kits that we had and tried to make a layout just using old kits, because I think that's a good thing to learn how to do, is not always feel like you have to use the most brand new stuff. And honestly, colors are colors, and yeah, they have different tones and different feels, but you really can pull from old kits, old stuff, and make them work together. So this is kind of just a lesson in grabbing your older stuff and making it work. And the other thing that I like to do too with these personal pages is I like to take quotes that I find, you know, that are either related to fashion or being a mom or kind of just being a woman, and just using quotes. And I find those on Pinterest a lot. That's a fantastic place for inspiration. This on the left was, oh my gosh, when I saw this card designed by Tracy, I went nuts, because she loves to do cards that are very trendy. So that, and I love that she does that, because I mean, my kids say that all the time, and at the time that's what they were saying, which was great. And also at the time, Agent Carter was on before it got canceled, sadly. Gosh, it was such a good show. But I used some retro stuff to say that this would be my squad goal. I love Peggy Carter, and these you know, kind of had a bit of a retro feel, and then just the colors. Anyway, that was fun and very easy, very simple. Like, that page didn't take me very long to do. Same with this one. So I'd been hanging on to that quote for a long time. It says, "To be honest, I'm just winging it. Life, motherhood, my eyeliner, everything," which makes total sense. It's totally my life. So I've had you know, if you've seen any of the previous videos that I did, you may have seen photos similar to this. I did kind of a little mini photo shoot with myself. And so I've been hanging on to this photo, and I found some old, again, I think a lot of this is Maggie Holmes. I think this one, oh boy, I can't remember, but all I know is that because it had the A and it was like that lighter color peach with some darker peach, I used like an orangish kind of peachish label, and then when I cut it off this side, I used the other on here so that it kind of pulled some of that darker orange into the rest of the layout. And then the I know that sometimes it's hard to use the same pattern without them looking really weird, but I used the dots that were small instead of using like larger polka dots, and then kind of broke it up a little bit with just a heart in the middle, a light color. So I hope it worked. Here is another just 4 3x4s with different things that I saved from Pinterest and Instagram. It's one of my favorite things to do because I see these images and I go, oh my gosh, that's so us. And it's hard for me to remember where I found things. So if I just screenshot it, then I know that I can go back and use it later. So this just documented, Matt and I, we love Netflix, and we had celebrated 15 years of marriage, which is crazy cool. And so I did a little journaling inside here. This is a silhouette cut file from Felicity Jane.
I love Netflix too.
I know Marshall loves Netflix.
I watch Animaniacs. Animaniacs.
Okay, bud. So this is a folding kind of cut silhouette thing, which is really, really cute. And then it comes with a little label, which is not this one, it's a different label. And then it comes with the card to put inside of it. So it fits right inside, and that was really fun to use. And the Illustrated Faith Print and Pray shop is now up, which has a ton of really awesome digital supplies. There are so many wonderful designers out there, and it's super fun to see everybody's different styles. But these, this kit is called Hungry, and it really made me think about just kind of the difference in how I've approached reading the Bible after being on the team, because I was so disconnected from the word until I found that I could worship through art, and that just kind of changed how I learned. You know, I mean, I know verses that I've never known. I've always had a hard time remembering things from the Bible. It's hard for me to follow the stories. So having I don't know, just kind of diving in one kind of verse or one little tiny story at a time, and then being able to illustrate that and, you know, make words out of alphas, and that helps me remember things. So I love making little tiny pages about, you know, my growth and kind of how I'm feeling about that. And these were super fun. I just love the bright colors in this set. And so here what I did too is the card itself just said "Your beautiful word," and then I added with the typewriter is like the morning sun, new each day. And I was inspired to write that based on this little tab. So I thought that was cool. And then here I did something kind of weird, and I wanted the tabs to stick out, and I originally attached them to the card and then cut a slit in the side of the page protector and then tried to get the card and the tabs inside that way, but it didn't really work. So I just took them off the card and then attached them to the card and the page protector. Actually, no, I just attached them to the page protector. Yep, but the little slit is still there, and that's okay. We'll live. Here's the really super fun one that I did for using some Gossamer Blue stuff, because I had this photo of me with this really awesome rockabilly sweater, and it had the bows and the anchors. And what's really cool is that some of the acrylics that came in one of those kits had bows and anchors. So I just kind of found a bunch of stuff, put it all together, and made a real quick and simple layout. And then this page size is really, it's an odd size that you don't see a lot, but this came from the Heidi Swap memory planner from, I think it was a year ago. So I didn't have enough to put a bunch of stuff into another full layout, so I just used this tiny one that I had left over. And then the last one is one of my favorites. I just actually did this one. You may have seen, you may have seen this photo on my Instagram because I posted about this big giant cookie from Panera. And so one of the cards that Tracy made from the, this was the May kit, and it says, "My soulmate is carbs, glorious, delicious carbs." And it was just perfect for this photo. So I just grabbed a couple of other cards from the same, this one came from the same kit, and I think this one came from the either the March or the April, and it just happened to have the similar colors. So, and I just needed something a little darker here because these were really light. And then the June, one of the June kits comes with some of these chipboard pieces, and the one that says "big things are gonna happen" was just, I felt like it was so perfect. The green went with the rest of the card colors, and then I just loved what it said. It was kind of perfect for the cookie. So anyway, that's what I have so far of my third volume of my personal album, and I'm going to continue filling it up until we get full, and then I'll share again. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye, everyone.